Hey guys, welcome to Mark the Point. I've got a question. When you walk up to the craps table, do you know your payout? When you're playing on the box numbers or you see the 4 through 10 there, do you know what your payout is? Well, in this video, I'm going to cover the box numbers on each number and how they pay. The reason why you want to know, the dealer, they make mistakes. They're human just like you and I, right? Because they typically have different bets going on, different variations, people throwing money on the table, and they have typically bets lined up all the way around, so they can get confused of what their numbers are. You want to make sure whenever you get your payment that it's correct, and I'm going to teach you how right now. Okay, so let's get started. We're actually going to start with the 4 and 10 first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the lower variations on the 4, and then I'm going to go to a little bit higher variations on the 10. All these are going to be low increments on the first side. Remember, your 4 and 10, they're basically sister numbers. They pay the same. The 5 and 9 pay the same, and the 6 and 8. The 4 pays 9 to 5. So in this case, 9 to 5 is a payment of $9. 1 unit equals $5, means you get paid 9. Now, it's also going to work the same way with a $10 bet. This is 2 units. 2 units of 5, 2 times 9 is $18. So in that case, a $10 bet will pay $18. Now let's go one more step up to a $15 bet. So 3 times 9 is 27. So it'll pay $27. So again, anything divisible of 9 on this is pre-buy. So that's I'll show you that down there. But anything divisible of 9 per unit, 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units times 3, and that's your payout. Now, let's move over here to the $25 level. So if you're at a $25 level, that's whenever you're typically, most casinos will buy at 20. Now, if you're on the East Coast, typically East Coast, you have to pay the vig up front, and I'll show that in a second. A lot of your Las Vegas or West Coast types casinos, they actually do the buy after you hit your number. So what does it pay on a $25 bet? Well, again, including your vig, you're going to get 50. But they're going to ask you to get $1. So it'd be kind of a 50 for 1 type thing. So they'll say, hey, can you drop $1? But it pays 50. Basically, double your money. Okay. So again, now you're at a $50 bet. They're going to ask you to drop $2. It's actually, the actual vig is $2.50. A lot of times they'll just say drop $2, but that will actually pay $100 for 2. So it's a $98 payout. And now with the $100 bet, so $100 bet, they're going to ask you to drop 5, and it'll pay you $200 at that buy. So again, you're at $50 for $1 vig, $1 vig, $100 for a $2 vig, and then $200 for a $5 vig. So that's your 4 and 10, how they pay out. Now let's move over to the 5 and 9. I'm going to show you the exact same thing. Let me clean up the table. All right, now let's go to the 5 and 9. Again, your 5 and 9 are sister numbers. These pay 7 to 5. So for every 1 unit you have on there, it pays $7 per unit. Let's say in this case, $5, it pays $7 to $5. So again, right here, so this 5 will pay 7. Okay, so you have increments of units. This is 2 units, 2 $5 units. 2 times 7 is 14. So this will pay 14. We'll grab one more one. It'll grab 14. Or the dealer will a lot of times say, hey, can you drop $1 and I'll pay you 15 for 1. So lastly, you have a $15 bet on the 5. That'll pay $21 because 3 units times 7 is 21. So they'll pay you out like this right here. All right. Now let's move over to the 9, which is again the sister number to 5. It also pays 7 to 5. So again, think of this as units. How many units is $25? It's 5 units, right? 5 units of 5. So that pays $35 because 5 times 7 is 35. Okay. Again, at a $50 level, that is, if this is 5 units, this is 10 units, right? So 10 times 7 is 70. 50 pays 70 on the 9. All right. There we go. All right. Now going to the $100 bet. If you know if this is 5 units, a $50 is 10. You double that up, that's 100, which is 20. So 20 units times 7 pays $140. So what they'll do is 100, 25, 35, 40. So a 9 pays $140, which is again 7 times 7 to 5 at $100 level. So make sure you know how that pays out. Let's move to the 6 and 8 next. Okay, guys, we moved on to the 6 and 8 now. So now the 6 and 8, they pay 7 to 6. For every $6, it pays 7. So in this case, that $6 bet will pay 7. Now let's do this a little bit different because I want to show you another way how that pays out as well. And it works for all these increments. It works the same idea. So again, 7 to 6 pays your base, which is $6, okay, plus your cap, which is $1. So that's 7 to 6. Now, what does your $12 bet pay? So 12 pays 14. So again, pays 14. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Or the other way of looking at it is you have a $12 bet. So sleep there. It pays 12 plus your 2 caps, 13, 14. For every red, you have a white. That's your cap. It's like your mate. All right, so now you have your $18 bet. So 18 pays 21. Okay, so you have your base pay, which is 18. So that's 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's your base plus your cap, which is 1, 2, 3. So how much is that? That's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Or most people will say, they'll give you the red chip and say 21 this way. But either way, it still works with the cap. I'm gonna show you the same way it does it here as well, right? So you know if $25 bet is not a good bet, it has to be a $30 bet like that. Why? Because for every red, you need a white. So in this case, you have 1 red, 1 white. If you have 5 red, you need 5 whites, or in this case, 1 red. So this is a good bet, $30. How does that pay? It pays $35. How do I know that? You have 25, 30, that's your base, plus your cap, $35. All right, now let's move to the $50 8. If you know that a green needs a red, then you'll know that 2 greens need 2 reds. So that means a $60 bet is what you need for this unit, right? And how does that pay? Well, again, we're going to pay it the idea of the same idea of base level plus your cap, which is 2 reds. So 60 pays 70. Again, base level 60 plus your cap of 70. All right, now let's move over to the $100 level. Again, there are different variations of $100 bets. This isn't the only one. This is just the one I'm gonna give the example of to show you how it works. But in this case, this is a $120 bet. How does it pay? Well, let's show you the same way we've been showing you. 120, which matches your bet, plus your cap. How much is that? That's a $20 cap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, how much is that? Let's put it all together. So basically what you'll see them do is 125, 135, 140. So that's 125, 35, 40, $100 base, $100 pays 140. So that's kind of how they pay out, guys. Now, don't get me wrong. There are so many different variations of bets. These aren't your only ones as on each of these numbers. You know that. But this kind of gives you the idea of how they pay out. That's what I want to show you. Give you the idea of how it pays and the numbers. That way, when you go to the casino and they start giving you money, you make sure you're getting paid right, guys. All right, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't checked out already my go-to system, check up here in this corner. That is my go-to system. Make sure you're watching that. Until next time, mark the point and stay awesome.